This week, of course, we celebrated St George's Day, an English day of celebration. And of course, what could be more English than bangers and mash? What a culinary delight. Mashed potato, sausages covered in gravy, looks a bit like a poo that someone's left in the toilet. There's nothing more English than someone pooing in a toilet, covering it in tissue and leaving it after all. Now obviously a game about sausages and mash would be pretty boring. So this is actually about two children's characters who are chimpanzees. Now, chimpanzees are from Central and West Africa, so they're not particularly English. However, chimpanzees are quite funny. We did some good comedies, didn't we? Like, 40 Towers, Blackadder, Peep Show, that kind of thing. So they're sort of English by association, I guess. Plus, in the 80s, we dressed them up in like human clothes and made them talk with English accents to sell tea. Animal cruelty is very English. So yeah, let's go with that. Bangers and Mash started out as a series of reading books for young children in their first years of primary school. The books were written by Paul Groves and published by Longman Books in the mid-1970s. The illustrations in the books proved to be a winner with reluctant readers and normal readers alike. They remained a fixture of primary school bookshelves and libraries until Central Independent Television and Filmfare Productions put together 24 episodes for a TV series that was broadcast from July 1989 to September 1989 and repeated frequently on ITV up until about 1993. Bangers and Mash was about a pair of troublemaking chimps whose thirst for fun would usually end up with them bringing great misery to someone else, be it by creating a mess or breaking something belonging to their relatives. Petal, their mate, would try and bring them into line. It's probably most famous for its insanely catchy theme tune, sung by Rockney duo Chaz and Dave. Bangers and Mash, the video game, was published in 1992 by our old friends Alternative Software for the princely sum of £3.99. The game was also released on the Commodore 64 and the Amstrad CPC, and ended up appearing on Alternative's Kids Pack 2 the following year, with a host of other TV licenses previously released at a budget price. Somewhat disappointingly for the comedic duo, you only play as bangers here. Mash is sidelined, refusing to help collect fruit for Mum's pie, as he did the housework yesterday. Now, I'm not really sure what constitutes housework for a chimp, as most of the time I see them shitting in their own hand and flinging it away from themselves. At least that's my experience from visiting the zoo. It turns out that Mash is quite the smart bastard, as arch nemesis and witch Snitchnose has taken control of the denizens of the jungle and set them on a mission to stop bangers getting all those fruits for Mum's pie. What an awfully petty witch. But I suppose Banger's mum is using an awful lot of fruit if we look at those counters for her pie. So maybe she's just trying to stop Bangers and Mash's mum from gutting the forest of all the food. It could lead to a famine across the whole of Chimptown for just one greedy woman's damn fruit pie. Maybe you're the hero that Chimptown needs, Witch Snitchnose. Bangers can repel aggressors by flinging mud pies at them, and as I've previously discussed, are we sure they're mud pies? Animals can be taken out of the game with one of these mud pies, but the army of the undead, be it ghosts or skeletons, can only be temporarily stunned, which is why Peter Venkman didn't utilise mud pies in the film Ghostbusters. I'm not sure how many episodes of Bangers and Mash the programmer's bizarre developments watched, but I can tell you there were very little instances of chimp murdering undead monsters in the show, and also there wasn't an abundance of chimp-eating Venus flytraps. Not to mention there weren't many suicidal ladybirds. I hope you find your peace, you spotted lost soul, you. Graphically, there's a bit of colour clash, but other than that, it's a nice, cheap and cheerful looking video game. Gameplay wise, it plays a lot like Ed the Duck or that Biff game by Beyond Belief. At a stretch, it's a bit Rainbow Islandsy, given the vertical scrolling platform action. The controls are responsive, but you can be undone by a ghost or snitch nose appearing at the bottom or top of the screen, giving you little to no chance of escape. There's not a lot to the game really, but it is a lot of fun. It's pretty addictive, to be fair, and if I was a primary school kid aged 5 or 6 and had picked this off the Woolworths shelf, I would be more than happy with my £3.99. Well spent. It's very enjoyable. Sinclair user gave it an 80%, saying it's just as good as its edible counterpart, if not better. Your Sinclair gave it 70%, saying it was perfect for the younger spec chum. What it says about me as a 41-year-old playing it, I don't know. And there we have it. A review so good that it would take an infinite number of chimps with infinite typewriters about 2 days to put that review together. Okay, thanks, bye!